You talked. They nodded. Nothing you said actually arrived. Today, how to be heard, properly, mechanically, every time. This is the long one, because it might be the most useful skill on this channel. First, the diagnosis. Being heard has almost nothing to do with volume, and everything to do with packaging. Most of us package our points terribly. We bury the headline. We bundle 6 ideas into one breath. We pick the worst possible moment. And then we conclude that people do not listen, when really, we handed them a box with no handles. So let us build the handles. 5 tools. Tool 1, headline first. Journalists call it the inverted pyramid. The military calls it BLUF, bottom line up front. Normal humans do the opposite. We tell the story chronologically and save the point for the end, like a dessert. So I was looking at the budget, and then I noticed the vendor invoice, and that reminded me of the contract. And anyway, long story short, they stopped listening at budget. Flip it. I think we should cancel this vendor. Here is why. Point first, then story. If they only remember one sentence, and they will only remember one sentence, make sure it is the one you chose. Tool 2, one idea per delivery. When you stack points, and another thing, and also, and one more, the listener's brain does not store all of them. It averages them. Your strongest point gets diluted by your weakest, like good coffee topped up with water. Say the one thing. Let it land. Save the rest for their reply. A single arrow beats a handful of confetti. Tool 3, the pause. This one separates amateurs from professionals. Anxious speakers rush. They fill every silence, because silence feels like losing the floor. But listen to anyone genuinely commanding. They stop. Regularly. A pause after your key sentence does 3 jobs at once. It signals that was the important part. It gives their brain time to actually file the thought, and it reads as confidence. Only people who expect to be heard dare to leave gaps. Say the thing. Then one full breath of silence. It will feel like an eternity. It is 2 seconds. Tool 4, timing beats content. A brilliant point at a terrible moment is a terrible point. Telling your boss about your idea while they are sprinting to a meeting. Raising the sensitive topic when your partner is hungry and horizontal. That is not communicating. That is littering. The fix costs 1 sentence. Is now a good time for a work thing? Or, I want to talk about something that matters to me, tonight or tomorrow? Asking for the slot does double duty. You get their actual attention, and the request itself signals, this one is important. Put down the phone. Tool 5, the paradox. To be heard, listen first. There is a strange accounting in conversations. People cannot take in your point while their own point is still queued in their head. Remember listening to reply? Their cue blocks your delivery. So empty it. Let them finish, reflect back 1 line. So the real issue is the deadline, not the budget. And watch what happens. Their shoulders drop, the cue clears, and for the first time in the conversation, you have a listener instead of a waiter. Attention is a debt. The fastest way to be owed some is to pay first. Now, assemble the machine. Before your next important point, run the checklist. Right moment? Ask for 1. Their cue empty? Listen first. Then, headline sentence, 1 idea, and the 2-second pause that nails it to the wall. And a final honesty clause. Even perfectly packaged points sometimes lose. Being heard is not the same as being obeyed. People can fully receive your point and still disagree. That is allowed. That is the game. The tools do not guarantee victory. They guarantee your idea actually entered the room, which, if you think about it, is all you ever controlled anyway. You were never too quiet. Your points were just traveling without handles. Now they have 5. Tomorrow, the mirror image skill, listening to understand instead of listening to reply, the deep dive. If a specific person came to mind during any of this video, you know what to do with the share button. And subscribe, headline first. See you in the next scribble.